Hey Prince Magnum, been in any good restaurants lately? Yeah, I have. Stick around, we're going to talk about that. Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to In Your Face. Recently, we went over to see some friends of ours that are right next to a restaurant that I already reviewed anyways, our friends at the Farmington A&W. The restaurant in question in this video, again, right next door. Let's let's go ahead and hit the video footage and we'll talk about it real quick. Alright, we're going to talk about our friends over there at the Farmington Steak and Shake. Real quick before we dive too far into it, we forgot the spirit cam, even though, you know, we did the footage from Project Lena, which is not, since Spirit's not ready to hit the road again, we're having to use Project Lena for a lot of this stuff. So they're some of the first people to, basically during this time while Spirit's getting tinkered with, we're having to do a lot of footage from Lena. But on top of that, we forgot the Spirit cam, which is the camera I'm using right now. We forgot it at home, so I had to use the brand new handheld camera that I got that I call the Magnum cam. We had to replace the old Magnum cam, so I got to break that in for the first time, and I'm kind of learning some stuff about it. So they're the first to get footage done from the brand new Magnum cam. Basically, when we went in, it was very busy, very hectic, and this is a perfect time to test the two things that I look for in a restaurant. The first thing I look at is customer service. Is their customer service worth even mentioning? And the answer is yes in this case. Again, Steak and Shake was super busy at this point. I mean, it was jam-packed, and there was barely any room to really seat anybody. And my cigar went out. But bar none, their customer service was top notch. They did an amazing job, despite how busy they were, still delivering quality customer service. The other thing that we look at is, what's the interaction between the coworkers themselves? Now, if it's a hostile work environment, no one wants to work there. You hate going into work. I mean, everyone hates going into work anyways, but it's worse if you have a hostile work environment. So in this particular case, despite how busy it was, and I know these people are stressed, they're still interacting between each other, so it tells me it's a friendly atmosphere to work in. These are the two things that I look for when we go into a restaurant chain. But I already hear some of you sitting there asking the stupid question, aren't you going to talk about the food? No, I'm not going to talk about the food. You all have to understand these large chains like this, whether we're talking about McDonald's or any of the other restaurants that I have reviewed, um, Steak and Shake is no different. They have procedures and they have policies in place that ensure that the food leaving that kitchen is going to be good. Okay, because of how strict the fast food industry is, there's no question that the food is going to be safe to eat. So all of these things are not an issue. I won't review that, okay, because I already know this. All right, being that I work at a McDonald's, I know that no matter what restaurant I walk into or order food from or whatever, that the food is going to be good because they have procedures and they have this whole standard that the people in the back, all the way, from the time that, it leaves the kitchen to the time it gets to you, there are tons of procedures and policies in place that'll guarantee that that food is good. So anybody who wants to review whether or not it's good to eat, they're just jerking themselves off, okay? So to me, that's just a waste of time. And, was the food good? Duh. They could have served me candy covered plutonium and I know it would have tasted good. Okay, so I'm not gonna beat that dead horse. Um, what I looked for, they were able to deliver on, and again, that's customer service, and that's interaction between the coworkers. They were able to deliver across the board, despite how busy it was. I mean, it was very busy in there, and these people were able to deliver. So again, they more than deserve a big shout out from the Prince Magnum channel. Real quick, when I was telling them, I did tell them, I said, you all don't know they had no clue what was going on. And I told them what was going on, and they got really excited because, for a lot of these people, in the fast food industry, they're, or any restaurant for that matter, they're oftentimes overlooked. And most of these people, they're still in school, whether it's high school or college, or some of them just end up there for reasons, whatever the case is, they're making a living and it's an honest living. So, they oftentimes get overlooked. So for me to be able to go into one of these restaurants, as one of their own, if you will, because those of us who work the restaurant industry, we look out for each other. The fact that I was able to go in there and see what it is that they do right, and that's what we're going to point out. That's really awesome. Okay, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and to be able to show them that, hey, someone out there recognizes you and boosts their morale, make them feel good about where they work. That makes it's a feel good all the way around, a win-win situation, if you will. So, if you will, to my friends over there at the Farmington Steak and Shake, thank you guys for showing those of us out there who work in the restaurant industry, whether it's fast food or full service like what you guys do. Thank you for showing that we're not dumb. We're good at what we do. And you guys are fine examples that we are good at what we do, and we do deliver on more than one level. We don't just serve food. We serve a lot more than that. We serve customer service, and at the same time, we also serve up a big helping of friendship for those of us who work in the industry. So thank you all so very much. And again, if you're watching this video, let me say up front, I have had where I went into restaurants and the service was bad. The interaction between the coworkers was horrible, and I could not do a review on that. I will not do a bad review on a restaurant because bad publicity is still publicity. Okay, so I won't do that. And I have had a couple of them that just did not hold up. So because of that, they don't get their video. Steak and Shake does. All right, that brings us to the usual spot as always. Um, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and don't be afraid to leave, some positive feedback in the comments section below. Any hate will either get deleted or you'll get made fun of. Just saying. Um, if if you're not subscribed to the Prince Magnum channel, I don't know why the heck you're not. We do a lot of things here on the channel, and there's a little something on here for everybody. So you're just missing out when you're not subscribed. Um, if you're really savvy, and my cigar keeps going out, if you're really savvy, you're going to hit that bell icon. That bell icon will make it possible where every time we upload a new video, you're notified. And that brings us to the usual spot where I tell all of you, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, if nobody has told any of you out there that they love you, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Do you want to go to war, Malaki?
No.
Because we could go to war.
No.
I'm for real. I'm for real.